everyone. Welcome to English 1, Unit 8. I'm the instructor of the course, Michelle Guo Xiaoqing. I'm really happy that Mr. Anthony Carlisle is able to join us again. Hello, Anthony. It's great to have you here.
Hi, Michelle. It's good to be here too. Thank you. I'm really looking forward to getting into Unit 8, especially because Unit 7 was so interesting.
Thank you, Anthony. In Unit 7, we talked about disease outbreaks that affected many countries in the world, and there could be unknown diseases that are likely to affect the world. In Unit A, we're going to talk about a disease outbreak that occurred in late 2019 and affected many aspects of our lives around the world. Anthony, do you remember which disease outbreak happened in 2019?
I remember very well. It was the novel coronavirus, also known as COVID-19.
That's right. Were you affected by the novel coronavirus in any way?
Well, yes, I think everyone was. First of all, I had to cancel all my overseas travel, and then my office started encouraging us to work from home. And now, of course, wearing masks in public places and social distancing have become common practices. So COVID-19 has had an impact on everyone's lives.
Sure it did. 安东尼老师提到呢，在新冠肺炎2019年末发生的时候呢，然后一直到2020年呢，对于出国、工作、生活都有很大的影响，就是大家都没有办法出国，而且很多人必须要在家工作，甚至呢可能就是要放无薪假了。In Unit 8, we're going to talk about the outbreak of COVID-19 and its tremendous impact to many countries in the world. 在第8课的单元呢，我们会讲到新冠状病毒，这个病毒对我们的生活、全世界带来重大的影响跟改变。Let's first begin with the reading text. Anthony, could you please read the first paragraph for us?
I'd be glad to. The novel coronavirus is a contagious disease that originated in Wuhan, Hubei province in China. The novel coronavirus is a new strain among coronaviruses that differs from other coronaviruses that have already circulated among humans. This coronavirus has never before been identified in humans. The virus was later given the formal name of COVID-19. The letters CO stand for coronavirus, which refers to its crown shape when seen under a microscope. The letters VI stand for virus, and the letter D stands for disease. As for 19, it's because the outbreak broke out in late 2019. According to the World Health Organization, WHO, coronaviruses are part of a large family of Coronaviridae with a spherical surface. These include SARS, MERS, and COVID-19. Coronaviruses can cause acute respiratory illnesses.
第一段呢，介绍新冠状病毒。那 the novel coronavirus is a contagious disease that originated in Wuhan, Hubei province in China. 新型冠状病毒呢，是一种具有传染性的一个病毒，它是起源于中国的湖北省武汉。A contagious disease 是具有传染性的疾病。The novel coronavirus is a new strain among the coronaviruses that differs from other coronaviruses that have already circulated among humans. 冠状病毒呢是一种冠状型病毒中的一种新菌株。其实冠状病毒在人类传播中，已经是有冠状病毒，但是这个新冠状病毒呢，它跟其他的冠状病毒并不相同。Differ from 是与什么不同 ，be unlike something or someone。Differ from something or someone 是与什么不同？那 differ from other coronaviruses 指的是就是和其他的新型的其他的冠状性病毒是不同的。我们来看一个例子。The proposal differs from the original one。这个提案呢，跟最初的提案是有所不同的，所以 differ from 是跟什么东西不一样。Circulate among humans 是指在人之间呢传来传去，就是人会病毒会互相的传染。This coronavirus has never before been identified in humans。这个冠状病毒呢，在过去其实在人类，就是新冠病毒是以前是没有被发现过的，是一个新型的病株。Identify 动词，识别、辨别或是被发现。 has never been identified， 就是尚未被发现过。The virus was later given the formal name of COVID-19。这个病毒呢，后来被给予一个正式的名称，被命名为 COVID-19。The letters CO stand for coronavirus, which refers to its crown shape when seen on the microscope. The letters VI stand for virus. The letter D stands for disease. 字母 CO 呢代表冠状病毒，在显微镜下看起来呢，它的那个凸起物很像那个皇冠上面的一个就是凸起的部分，所以就叫那个冠状病毒 coronavirus。那字母的 VI 代表的是病毒，字母 D 呢代表是疾病 disease。Stand for 是代表象征。那我们来看一下，有很多就是类似的这种缩写啊，那它代表是什么 ？Stand for something 代表象征什么？我们来看一看。
Okay. Stand for something.
是代表象征。
WTO stands for World Trade Organization.
世界贸易组织。
WHO stands for World Health Organization.
那 WHO 就是世界卫生组织。
The acronym CEO stands for Chief Executive Officer.
CEO 呢，我们就常听到，它其实是一个缩写，是执行长的意思。我们回到段落的句子来。As for 19, it is because the outbreak broke out in late 2019. 至于数字19是怎么来的呢？是因为疫情呢是在2019年底所爆发的。Late 是形容词晚的、迟的，或是末期的。Late 2019 指的就是2019的晚期，或者是比较接近年底的时候了。According to the World Health Organization (WHO), 根据世界卫生组织 WHO 的报道呢 ，coronaviruses are part of a larger family of coronavirus.Day with a spherical surface， 冠状病毒呢是冠状病毒科的这个大家族的一支，它的外表是一个球形的球形状。These include SARS, MERS, and COVID-19。所以冠状病毒它是一个家族啊。那我们有发生过 SARS、MERS， 还有 COVID-19 都是属于冠状型的病毒。Coronaviruses can cause acute respiratory illnesses。这一类冠状病毒呢，会引起急性的呼吸系统的疾病。Acute 是形容词，急性的、剧烈的。Respiratory 形容词是呼吸道的。Let's take a look at paragraph 2.
Yes, let's do that. Researchers and scientists worked hard to unveil the specific species that passed the virus to humans. Like measles, SARS, and Ebola, viruses are often introduced to humans through other species. Scientists showed that the 2015 nCoV is 96% identical at the whole genome level to the coronavirus found in bats. It is possible that the virus was transmitted from bats to humans. The wet market in Wuhan was the site that spawned the virus outbreak.
第二段提到呢，新冠肺炎是怎么传染给人类的？我们来看句子。Researchers and scientists worked hard to unveil the specific species that passed the virus to humans. 研究人员呢，跟科学家很努力的要找寻到底这个新冠病毒是怎么来的。及怎么样把病毒传播给人类？那这中间的特定物种是什么呢 ？Veil 是名词，面纱、面罩。UN 是字首，有否定的意思。Unveil 就是没有面纱，那也就是揭开面纱、揭晓、公开的意思。Specific 形容词，特定的。Species 名词是指的是物种。Pass something to someone 是把什么传给什么人。Like measles, SARS, and Ebola, viruses are often introduced to humans through other species. 例如说像麻疹啊、急性呼吸系统综合症跟伊波拉病毒这些病毒都很类似啊，它一般是透过其他的物种传染给人类的。Scientists show that 2000 nCoV is 96% identical at whole genome levels to coronavirus found in bats. 科学家呢就 发现呢，2019年 nCoV 这个呢，在基因的组成上面，它的程度呢，跟蝙蝠的冠状病毒呢，有96%是同一类型的，有96%是相同的 ，identical 形容词相似的、相同的。It is possible that the virus was transmitted from bats to humans. 这个病毒很有可能就是由蝙蝠传染给人类的。The wet market in Wuhan was the site that spawned the virus outbreak. 武汉的那个生鲜市场啊，可能就是引起新冠肺炎这个病毒爆发的一个场所来源。Transmit 动词传送 ，transmit from 是由什么传送或是由什么传输来的。A wet market is a marketplace selling fresh meat, fish, produce, and other perishable goods. Wet market 指的是就是湿货市场啊，就是传统这种卖生肉啊、家禽啊、卖蔬菜、蛋类的这种市场。好，我们来看一下跟市场有关的单字。
Wet market.
湿货市场。
Traditional market.
指的是传统市场。
Farmers market.
小农市场。
Site.
名词指的是场地或是场所。Now let's move on to paragraph 3.
Thank you. Yeah, I'd like to do that. The common symptoms of the infection of COVID-19, as identified by WHO, include fever, cough, shortness of breath, and breathing difficulties. People who were infected with the disease experienced symptoms that ranged from moderate to severe. The severe symptoms and complications include pneumonia, severe acute respiratory syndrome, kidney failure, and even death. However, some infected people have recovered without any special medical treatment.
第3段呢提到新冠肺炎的一些症状 ，the common symptoms of the infection of COVID-19 as identified by WHO。世界卫生组织公布了 COVID-19 感染的常见症状。那我们待会来看，我们先看到动词这边 identify 是发现、辨认或者是确认的意思。COVID-19 在世界卫生组织确认的症状有哪些呢 ？Include fever, cough, shortness of breath, and breathing difficulties。常见的症状包括发烧啦、咳嗽、呼吸急促跟呼吸困难。People who were infected with the disease experienced symptoms that ranged from moderate to severe. 感染新冠肺炎疾病的人呢，他的症状其实很不一样啊，从中度到严重都有哦。Range from 什么 to 什么，范围呢由哪里到哪里 ？From moderate to severe 就是由中度就是普通的情况，一直到很严重都有。The severe symptoms and complications include pneumonia, severe acute respiratory syndrome, kidney failure, and even death. 严重的症状呢，跟它的并发症包括有肺炎、严重的急性呼吸系统综合症跟肾衰竭，甚至可能会面临死亡。Severe symptoms 是严重的症状。However, some infected people have recovered without any special medical treatment. 可是呢，有些感染新冠肺炎的人呢，他其实没有什么特殊的治疗，他其实就自行的康复了。Medical 形容词医疗的 ，treatment 是名词治疗。前面几个句子我们都提到一些疾病跟症状，那我们来看一下一些相关的单字。
Okay, let's do that. Infection.
名词感染。
Infectious.
感染的具有传染性的。
Symptom.
名词症状。
Complication.
名词并发症。
Fever.
名词发烧。
Cough.
可以当动词或名词是咳嗽。
Shortness of breath.
呼吸急促。
Breathing difficulties.
呼吸上的困难。
Pneumonia.
名词肺炎。
Kidney failure.
肾衰竭。Now let's take a look at the last paragraph.
Okay, let's go on to the last part. COVID-19 can be easily passed from human to human, which has resulted in global infection. WHO declared a public health emergency of international concern. The outbreak caused disruption in daily life, manufacturing, supplies, transportation, news media, government policies, education, and many aspects in life around the world. COVID-19 invaded the world by storm. Governments were not ready for an outbreak on such a vast scale, just as Bill Gates had predicted several years ago. Many countries had to take actions like national lockdowns, foreign travel ban, and business shutdowns to slow the spread of the virus.
最后一段呢，讲的是新冠肺炎在2019年造成的全球危机，多数国家呢都必须采取必要的措施呢，来防堵这个病毒的蔓延。COVID-19 can be easily passed from human to human, which has resulted in global infection. COVID-19 呢，很容易可以透过人跟人之间的传染，然后因而引起了全球性的那个大传染、大爆发。Resulting 是造成什么样的结果 ？Global infection 是全球性的大感染。WHO declared a public health emergency of international concern. 世界卫生组织呢宣布，新冠肺炎呢是国际上这种突发公卫或是公众健康的一个紧急事件。Declare 动词，宣称、宣告。International concern 是国际上各国应该要注意或者是需要警戒的。The outbreak caused disruption in daily life. 传染病的爆发呢，导致生活上呢就是大乱。Disruption 是名词，破坏、瓦解，它的动词是 disrupt。除了 disruption in daily life， 还有什么呢 ？Manufacturing, supplies, transportation, news media, government policies, education, and many aspects in life around the world. 造成的影响实在是太多元、太多面了，包括生产制造、产品的供应、运输、新闻媒体、政府的政策的改变、教育，以及世界各国的人生活在各方面都受到了很大的影响跟限制。COVID-19 invaded the world by storm. COVID-19 呢席卷了整个全世界。好，我们来看一下这有关于传染的相关单字。
Okay.
Invade 动词，入侵、侵袭。
Take the world by storm.
像暴风雨一般席卷了全世界。
Manufacturing.
名词，生产制造。
Supply.
名词或动词是产品供应。
Transportation.
名词，交通运输。
News media.
新闻媒体。
Many aspects.
许多的方面。Governments were not ready for an outbreak on such a vast scale, just as Bill Gates had predicted several years ago. 就如同 Bill Gates 几年前他早就预言说会有这种传染病的大爆发，果然正如他所忧心的哦，果然是发生了。各国政府呢，并没有准备好面对这样大规模传染病的爆发。我们请安东尼老师来介绍，就是段落里面的一些单字。
Okay, let's do that. Vast.
形容词，巨大的、广大的。
Scale.
名词，称或者是比例或者是规模。
Predict.
动词，预测。
Prediction.
是它的名词，也是预测的意思。好，我们回到段落的句子来。Many countries had to take actions like national lockdowns, foreign travel ban, and business shutdowns to slow the spread of the virus. 因为这个传染病呢，很多国家都必须采取各种的措施，譬如说国家边境的封锁、外国旅游的禁令跟关闭商店，来减缓疾病的传播。我们来看一下这些传播，还有一些政策上面相关的单字。
Howdy. Take actions.
采取措施。
Take steps.
也是采取措施的意思。
Take measures.
采取措施有不同的讲法，我们可以讲 take actions, take steps, take measures.
National lockdown.
国家边境的封锁。
Travel ban.
旅游禁令。
Travel restriction.
旅游的限制。
Business shutdown.
商家停业，就是暂时呢歇业。Anthony, you work for a Garden of Hope Foundation. Did your foundation play any roles during or after the disease outbreak?
Yes, we did. Yeah, we set up a national hotline to advise people who had lost their income but were having trouble applying for government bursaries, and to help women who were suffering domestic violence because they were stuck at home with their abuser.
所以刚刚安东尼讲呢，在立新基金会，在疫情的时候呢，有设立了热线，还有提供一些需要救援帮助的人。Now let's take a look at important vocabulary from the reading text.
Okay, let's do that. Originate.
动词起源、发源。
Scientists suspect that the coronavirus originated in bats.
科学家怀疑呢，这冠状性病毒是来自于蝙蝠。
Strain.
名词类型，动词是拉紧、使劲的意思。
COVID-19 is thought to be a new strain of coronavirus.
新冠病毒呢，被认为是一种新的病株。
Circulate.
动词流通、循环。
Circulation.
是名词流通、传播的意思。
The discussion questions for the coming meeting will be circulated in advance.
这次会议要讨论的问题呢，会预先先发给大家。
Spherical.
形容词球的，或是球面、球形状的。
Sphere.
名词球形或球体。
The new spherical speaker has a high-end design.
这个新的球形状的这个喇叭呢，是一种高级的设计款。
Surface.
名词表面。
The marble table has a smooth surface.
大理石桌呢有很光滑的表面。
Acute.
形容词剧烈的、急性的。
Dengue fever caused acute kidney failure in some people.
登革热呢导致有些人呢会有肾衰竭的这种状况。
Respiratory.
形容词呼吸道的、呼吸的。
Lungs are respiratory organs in charge of breathing.
肺是负责掌管呼吸的器官。
Identical.
形容词完全相似的或是相同的。
The identical twins look so much alike, you can't tell the difference between the two.
同卵双胞胎呢长得很像啊，就没有办法从两个人辨别到底谁是谁哦。
Transmit.
动词传输、传送、传播的意思。
Transmission.
是它的名词，传递、传播、传送的意思。
It is important to know how the disease is transmitted so that we can avoid catching it.
了解疾病是怎么传染的呢？我们才能够预防感染。
Spawn.
动词产卵。
We took the children to the nearby river to watch the salmon spawn.
我们带小孩到附近的河边呢，去看鲑鱼产卵。
Complication.
名词复杂并发症。
Complicate.
是动词使复杂化。
Complicated.
形容词复杂的。
The patient developed medical complications and has been sent to the intensive care unit.
这病人有并发症的状况，所以必须立刻送到那个加护病房。
Pneumonia.
名词肺炎。
Pneumonia is a lung infection that causes fever, chest pain, and shortness of breath.
肺炎呢是肺部发炎所引起的，它的并发症会有发烧啊、胸口痛、呼吸急促等症状。
Treatment.
名词治疗、对待，它动词也是一样的意思。
The worker suffered an injury on the job and required medical treatment.
这工人在工作场合受伤呢，需要即刻的这个医护的治疗。
Declare.
动词宣告、宣称。
Declaration.
名词宣告、公告。
The forest fire was spreading so quickly that the mayor declared an emergency to evacuate residents who lived near the mountains.
森林大火蔓延呢，非常迅速，所以市长呢就宣布有紧急状况，撤离住在山边的居民。
Manufacturing.
形容词制造的、制造业的。
Manufacture.
动词大量制造的或加工。
Manufacturer.
名词制造商或是生产商。
The global outbreak made people realize that manufacturing is a complicated process. It could be affected by many factors, including supply of materials and availability of laborers.
全球疫情的爆发呢，让大家理解到其实生产制造的一个很复杂性哦，包括供应的材料啊、人力啊等等因素。
Supply.
动词、名词，供应的意思。
Supply and demand are two of the factors that determine the price of a product.
产品供应跟需求决定了一个产品的物价。
Ban.
动词或是名词，禁止。
Residents are banned from wandering on the streets during the city lockdown.
封城期间呢，居民不可以在街上走来走去啊，在街上游荡的。 Anthony, there were two students talking about COVID-19 in 2020. We recorded a video. Would you like to see?
I'd love to see that.
Great.
Let's check out the video.
Why are you wearing a mask? Are you sick?
What? Haven't you heard of COVID-19?
What? Kobe? I remember his number was 24, not 19.
No, I'm not talking about Kobe Bryant. Do you follow current events at all?
Not really. So what's going on?
There's a new virus spreading around. It's called COVID-19.
What? A virus? No kidding. Is it deadly?
Yes, it could be it. It could cause serious damage to your lungs.
Could I be getting this Kobe something?
Well, you should use tissue or cough into your sleeve and go to a clinic for a checkup. And most importantly, keep away from me.
I'm going to the clinic right now.
另外呢，新冠病毒呢是怎么样造成传染的？我们来看一下补充资讯。Anthony, could you please read the additional information for us?
Yes, I'd love to do that. Additional information. The virus spreads primarily through droplets from the coughing and sneezing of an infected person. The droplets can then land on the face, in the mouth, or nose of someone nearby.
病毒呢，最主要是通过感染者咳嗽啊或打喷嚏引起的这个飞沫的传播，然后呢，这个飞沫可能会飞到或降落在刚好附近人的脸上、嘴啊，或是鼻子上面，甚至周遭的这个环境哦。那新冠病毒呢是会透过飞沫传染的。那有一些避免的方法，我们可以注意的哦。我们请 Anthony 帮我们念一下。
Okay, let's do that too. Ways to avoid being infected. Wash hands frequently with soap for at least 20 seconds.
我们要用肥皂洗手，而且至少要洗超过20秒。
Clean hands with an alcohol wipe.
我们可以使用含酒精的这个湿纸巾来擦拭消毒我们的手部。
Wear a surgical mask.
戴医疗型的口罩。
Avoid large events and mass gatherings.
避免出席这种大型的聚会或者是大型的活动。这篇课文呢有用到从属连接词哦，我们来看有哪些。
Okay, these are called subordinating conjunctions. However,
然而，可是，
nevertheless,
尽管如此，
although, though.
虽然，
So these subordinating conjunctions are used to express comparison or an alternative.
那个上述刚刚讲的那个从属连接词呢，对于连接就是有对比或是两件事情有差异的情况所使用的。那我们来看一下例子。
So no nation can prevent the virus. However, it can limit the spread of the virus.
没有国家可以阻止病毒的发生，然而呢，他们却可以阻止病毒的蔓延。
The student has never been abroad. Nevertheless, she speaks English fluently.
这位学生呢，从来没有出过国，可是却说的一口流利的英文。
Although the internet provides many good resources, it also contains information that is false.
虽然网络上有很多很好的资源，不过呢，网络上也有很多的讯息呢，其实不太正确的哦。英文一第8课呢，我们讲到新冠肺炎对世界带来的影响，对我们生活呢有很大的这个改变。Anthony, thank you very much for coming onto our program.
Thank you very much, Michelle. It was a pleasure to be here.
谢谢您的收看 ，See you next time.
See you next time. Bye-bye, everyone.